Hooray with David.
Is it the third?
Hey, so
No. Who cares? It's your life. It's your life. It's my life. I'm just kidding. What?
Describe your morning.
My morning?
About what you just told me. How to.
Well, I had an abscessed knee and it busted, and it's been getting better. So my morning was spent though picking out.
Can you see it?
Hardened. No, I'd rather not. It's kind of disgustipating.
Okay.
But yeah, I tweaked out and dug a hole through my fucking kneecap.
Well,
it's gross. I guess you can check it out, huh?
I mean, it's not that bad. I mean,
yeah, it's bad.
Well, I mean,
yuck.
You got
all right,
the
that's
bad
enough.
Shit out. Is
yeah,
the thing, right?
Yeah, I did.
But
yeah,
you think you probably did it maybe because
I'm high as shit on speed.
You told me?
Yeah, 60 thick unit shot of speed. I'm very confused and stuck. Stuck on stupid.
How long ago did you shoot that shot?
About an hour and a half ago.
Okay.
Yeah, so I'm still wingnut. No, I'll be all right though.
It was probably uncomfortable at first.
What?
The shot?
No.
No.
It was uncomfortable trying to communicate with motherfuckers, but I was feeling all right though. Yeah, it was weird. I hadn't been that, like, I don't know. The shit they have out as far as amphetamine is like, lately it's crap. It comes back in my UA as just amphetamine. It's not, I don't know, it's just not the same stuff.
It's not methamphetamine?
Nah. No, it's cartel cheap shit.
Yeah.
This is my cat. Hello.
What's the Fetty been like?
It seemed to have gotten like shittier because people were cutting it, and then and then it seemed to get better, and people were actually giving out more, which was cool too, because then I had more shit to smoke. Didn't have to like be all chintzy conservative because I had a fat bag now and could be like, you know, social. Fentanyl.
Have you seen like different colors and shit like that?
Just when I first fucking burn it off, it'll be pink, and then go to an auburn oil or just no color at all, and just go from a rock to oil like that, you know. But most of it's been pretty clean. It used to burn black, like, and that was some, I don't know what kind of cut that was, but it was fucked up. Because it would just, I don't know, you just wouldn't get high like as much as you would if, you know, if it wasn't cut, obviously, but I don't know.
Is it better now than it was then?
It's just hard to tell. My tolerance is just wicked high now, and I actually try not to even make it part of my day anymore, to tell you the truth. I mean, I might want to do some in the morning if my back is hurting, or like later on in the evening when I've just had enough of my day, I'm exhausted already, and just to help me finally pass out, I'll smoke some. But I don't really, honestly, I don't really do it to get high. I got my methadone dose adjusted, and I don't even feel the shit anymore. So it's a waste for me to even try, because I know I'm not going to.
You just got on. You just got on the methadone not too long ago.
Nah, I've been on it for about 3 years.
Okay.
Yeah.
But the fact that, but just like you said, you got your dose adjusted.
Yeah,
so
I got my dose higher recently because I was doing the fentanyl on top of my methadone, and then because it would break through that, you know, like you get on a level dose that's called like a blocking dose on methadone, where you can't feel heroin or other opiates like you used to.
Yeah.
And then so it becomes like futile, and you give up and shit, and it's a waste of money, and you're like, fuck this, you know. And and shit. And if you're really trying to quit, then taking the methadone, you know, whatever. But so I started to get sick though on top of my methadone from doing fentanyl, and I was like, fuck this bullshit, man. I'm not gonna be going to the clinic and taking a large dose of methadone and then being like cramping and runny nose, fucking, you know, like all the withdrawal symptoms and shit. Fuck that. So I had him raise my dose, and I spent like about 2 weeks ago, I spent about 4 or 5 days just kind of going through it, even though I wasn't really going through it. I was on my methadone, but it still was kind of awkward and uncomfortable mentally and physically for about a week, and then.
And it's just a habit too. It's
Yeah.
also the habit.
Yeah, totally.
I mean, that's a bitch, you know. Something you've been doing for so long, and then you just try to stop.
I know. I would let it occupy my mind. Like my day would just be focused on thinking about that shit, and now it's not.
So the mental part was still there,
Totally.
but the physical, not so much.
No. But yeah, I think about it still a lot. Like, it's ridiculous.
So now you're at a dose where you don't get sick.
No, I don't get sick and I don't feel the fentanyl, so I'm good. Like,
Yeah.
yeah.
That's
Because I really do need to stop fucking around, man, and have some purpose, you know, because I think that would help me to stop doing drugs and probably altogether, is if I had something I was really interested in and focused on, not another person, but, you know, like my art and shit,
yeah.
then I wouldn't want to even do dope, really.
Remember you were talking about getting involved. Like you talked about a club, an art club or something like that in our last interview. Yeah, I feel like the same thing. Like you getting involved in shit, like even with like above and below and shit would be cool. Like we could go do some shit.
Yeah, I'm into it, man. Like,
Yeah. You know, do you think like getting up and getting out and like putting yourself to use
yeah.
and like fulfilling your artistic needs and things like that would like get you going and
Yeah, I mean, you yourself have been helping me just by focusing on simple things like a goal for the week and then actually accomplishing the motherfucker, like making time to go do it.
Yeah.
It's kind of retarded sounding like, oh, you should already know how to do that stuff, you know, at 52, but I guess I just didn't. I didn't like follow through with shit and all that, and it whatever. It sounds retarded, but it feels good, man, to fucking go accomplish some shit that I set out to do, you know.
Yeah.
And having somebody else to help, you know, help me see how to do it. It's like, it's cool, whatever.
Yeah, we'll do some cool shit. We'll do some cool. So I was just up north.
Yeah.
A couple of days ago talking to a guy. He was talking about purple fentanyl and how this shit was
Really?
wrong. Yeah.
I've actually seen that one time, but when I was smoking it, it was like purple when it initially melted down, but not the oil's not purple, but yeah, so he was going on about it. It was the bomb, huh?
Yeah. Talking about different, you know, and that's like things that I don't even know about because I ain't done dope in several years.
Yeah.
So I all this fetty, straight fetty is.
It's all the same shit, bro. You know, you do too much, you die. You do not enough, and you're pissed. And
Yeah.
And it all just takes your money and leaves you still fucking fucked off and depressed.
What time did you go get your dose?
6 o'clock, as soon as they open, I'm like one of the first 5 people there every morning. It's kind of ridiculous, but fuck
Are you
it.
ever waiting like on the curb?
Yeah, before
Because they
they're
won't let
open.
you on the curb.
Yeah, fuck
L6,
yeah, I
right?
wait there. I've been there before, like an hour before they open. Fuck it.
Are the antibiotics helping your abscess?
Yeah, totally. Yeah. I got a couple days left of it.
It looks really
Stop, man. You make me feel weird.
No, I mean, it looks real clean. That's something I'm really used to. I've lived my life that for years and years. So.
Well, I mean, Natasha's like, oh my God, don't take tweezers and pick that shit out. I'm like, fuck you. Okay, you don't have you don't have sores like this. You don't know how to. You think you have fucking hookworms and shit and all kind of stuff in you, and really it's just methamphetamines ain't for everybody.
No, they're not.
Yeah.
I'm not that guy either. You don't want to hang out with me.
Fucking- yeah, she's crazy.
Well, have you seen any overdoses?
Well, I mean, this one kid that usually overdosed all the time, his name's S.A., he'd come around here and shit, and he came by about 4 or 5 days ago and was like, hey, man, you know, I owe some money, dude. Can you score me something? So I scored him righteous, you know, a lot for his little $20 fucking. And I told him, like, he's like, here, I'll split it with you. And I was like, yeah, I mean, that's cool. Yeah, I'll take half of it. But you... Personally, I wouldn't do like this amount you just loaded up in your syringe and shit, dude, because you're gonna fucking die, bro. And he's like,
told him before.
Yeah, because he was all about my tolerance and blah blah blah, and the dude he lives with, you know, sells it and all this shit. And I'm like, dude, if you do that right there of this fucking shit, you're gonna be dead. And so don't. And he was glad when he did shoot up like less than what he was going to, because he could feel that if he had done the amount that he wanted to do, thinking that was his normal shit, he would have OD'd. But, yeah.
So, did he didn't OD?
No, he didn't. He listened
like,
to me and shit, and he was high as shit, but he didn't OD, and then he burned off, whatever.
So you haven't seen any ODs lately?
Nah. No, that's a lie. I didn't see it, but a kid died actually 2 days ago across at the rotunda. This kid, Charlie, that would come by with the... Some people say they saw him get in the ambulance still. He was still breathing, but the ambulance, EMS people were like, it doesn't look good. And then other people were like, no, he was purple and dead before he got in the fucking ambulance. But, you know, usually if a person's dead, they just send the coroner. They don't have him fucking go up in an ambulance, but whatever.
Did you know the guy very well?
Yeah, I knew him. No, I didn't know him well, but I knew him. Not enough to fucking shed a tear or anything, but, you know, fuck them. The people get what they're looking for, man, when they OD. They want to.
So, a dude
That shit ain't an accident, man.
Died 2 days ago?
Yeah.
Wow.
I don't think ODs are accidents, man. I feel like motherfuckers know that they're gonna OD when they do big ass shots. Like they might not want to, but why are you doing a huge fucking shot anyway? Like, you know, whatever.
Was he here a lot?
Yeah, but he wouldn't. He was undercover about his little Fetty use and shit. But
I knew him.
You probably seen him, yeah.
Wow.
And Chino was the motherfucker who, because he was all like, I'm sick, and Chino was like, here, and I'll help you out. It's really good shit, blah, blah, blah. And then bam, the dude OD'd. And Chino didn't even lift a finger to help him, man. Just watched him turn another shade of blue and die.
Wow. And it was over at the gazebo?
Yeah. Chino's a bitch, man, for doing that. I mean, I don't like it when people put their life in my hands and shit, but still, you know, you got to do something. It's just the moral thing to do. Try to help a motherfucker that's ODing, man. You can't just... I mean, you can. I've done it before, watched people die because I didn't like them and shit. they OD'd around me and were just fucked. But the kid was all right, man.
Yeah, I feel the same. I mean, but we sort of are, like, putting our lives in each other's hands every time we boot up. Like,
yeah.
Especially when you're cranking out speedballs and shit like that. I mean,
yeah.
Even if you're a pro, like, sometimes it's like, fuck.
Yeah, you get a hold of some shit that you...
Yeah, new batch, bam.
Not cut and shit.
I'm the same way. I'm like...
Wasted.
I'll do whatever I got to do to make sure that I did everything I can to make sure the person doesn't die.
Right.
Regardless if they're, I'm a DNR, don't, you know, I'm like, I don't give a fuck.
Recently there was that guy, his name was Crow, I think Jacob was his real name or something, Christian name. But anyway, he was like doing art from the street here. And he knew this one kid from the methadone clinic. and named Ryan McCullough, who's a fucking pussy for not trying to save fucking Crow. But I think that Crow was battling his addiction, right? He hadn't done any opiates for about 5 days. And he and I did the art thing on this Tuesday, and then Wednesday I seen him the next morning. He was looking really rough, and I was like, dude, you stayed out all night, whatever, blah, blah, blah. And he looked real dehydrated. I gave him some water, and the next thing you know, he's going over to Ryan's house to do some fentanyl and shit because the art gallery thing showing was coming up, and he had already sold one piece for $12,000. He was waiting on that money, and then some other of his pieces were going to be shown at this display thing, and you set your own price. So he was expecting several $1,000s to be coming his way, and I guess he was feeling good and shit, whatever, wanted to get high, and he's dead now.
Do you know where he died?
At Ryan's apartment, because they got high together. Maybe Ryan, nodded out or something, and Crow was just wanting to fiend on some more. I mean, I can see Ryan telling him, hey, slow down, don't do so much or whatever, but then at the same time, I can see him being like, dude, let's fucking do some big-ass shots and get blitzed, and then not knowing how to save the dude, so...
You don't think he knew how to Narcan someone or call the...
I think he knew how to Narcan somebody. I think what happened was that they got high together, both were on the nod, Crow died, Homeboy didn't come out of it for another hour, and when he did, he seen that his friend was stone cold dead, been dead,
Yeah.
And then in that mode, I think people panic, they'll move the body around, they'll fucking do all kind of shit.
That's when you start fucking getting,
yeah.
into some like accessory to fuck.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, liable death type shit. Yeah. You fucking shot him up. Oh no.
That happened to me one time.
It's
when we first got to Austin.
Holy shit.
That's another story.
That sucks. They tried to find you
we were used to doing the dope up north, talking about doing big shots, and had just started. Like we were rookies. So
Yeah.
My boy shot my girl up. Boom. She went out. OD.
Oh damn.
He said, "I hate you for this, bro." We were driving her to the hospital.
Wow. I know it is a buzzkill though, for real.
Oh yeah.
Somebody. Yeah.
Do you have any artwork on hand that I can see?
I
How
got
about
this
that Darth Vader? Is
bitch. It's a stormtrooper. Yeah, it's a painting I've been working on, layering and shit. It's kind of retarded, but whatever.
Not really, bro. It's actually kind of sweet.
I tried to make like a bud, an herb bud, and then like his kills were weed leaves instead of like type or whatever X-Wing fighters and shit.
Yeah, that's really dope.
And he's got like a Spidey sense or stormtrooper sense, like he's gonna fucking die or danger or something, I don't know.
What else you got?
That's it.
I see you got, I don't know, I mean...
I got some stuff, man, but it rained the other weekend and all my shit's wet and fucked up, like...
You got some very unique pieces of artwork that might not be a painting, but they're art. I can see them,
Thanks.
Like that.
What's that? Oh, the gas tank? Yeah, I'm working on it, Working on it and shit, Once I get it covered with different denominations.
That's a gas tank for like a little...
for making a bike, like a...
Show me the dollars.
20, 100, and 50.
Is that real money?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it's real money.
What's your favorite kind of artwork to do?
Really detailed fantasy art, tattoo stuff like Boris Vallejo or Frank Frazetta type, muscle-bound men with this fucking thoroughbred ass women with big titties and shit, like maybe a woman like that's a half monster too or something, just some freaked out, detailed fantasy stuff.
Minotaur type.
Yeah. That's my favorite. But But I can do anything,
So,
you know.
so I guess you would call that like
Fantasy, I
like
don't know.
painting or drawing or tattoo. Like, what kind of artwork would you call that? That gas tank. I mean, that's obvious.
This bullshit.
I mean, is it like
No, it's I guess just
because it's not a drawing? It's like
I would call it decoupage. That's like some older woman fucking whatever, stay at home. They like put paper mache on wood boxes and shit and suck their neighbors' dicks. But yeah, so it's a decoupaged gas tank. I'm looking for a pussy to eat.
there you go.
Yeah, because Natasha doesn't give me any sex anymore. It sucks.
No.
I shouldn't have said that. It's true though.
Do you try to get it?
Nah, not really. When you've had an experience with somebody you were romantically in love with, and then you have to like physically care for that person because she lost her fucking marbles when she got off of benzos, you start to look at them in a different light. You know, like taking care, loving someone in a way to make sure that they're okay and they're gonna make it. You know, on the bus somewhere or fucking eat or whatever, man. It's kind of a different thing, and you kind of lose looking at them romantically. It's not a sexual thing anymore. It's like a love from just you got to you've committed to this person, and you need to make sure that they're
like a caretaker.
Yeah, and it's weird, man. But I'm sure I'll get it back. She's really beautiful and and sexy. I want to fuck her all the time, but it's just weird. I got to get through this little phase of looking at her that way.
Well, I mean, so she's done with the withdrawals.
Yeah. She's still a fucking airhead, though. So.
You think she needs benzos?
I do, though. I feel like she was fucking cool when she was on them. She was more, I think that she needs like a regimen of Klonopin, and they shouldn't have fucking taken her off that shit at Oshbach fucking methadone clinic. It wasn't there. It shouldn't have been that bitch Crispa Oshbach's choice.
Your marbles coming up into.
Oh, I know it.
I mean,
I've seen it.
It's happened to me.
Yeah, I've seen people who've been on them for more than 5 years and shit, and ate like more than 1 or 2 milligrams a day. Man, they fucking lost their goddamn. Yeah.
Like.
That's the best way to successfully detox is tapering.
How did they do Natasha?
Well, she was working with this woman in Houston, and they detoxed her like that on a taper, but it took her 3 years to get down to 4 milligrams of Klonopin a day and like 1 or 2 milligrams of Xanax a day. She used to have like balls, man.
Did she get down to like?
They fucking cut her off. They gave her half a fucking milligram every day of Klonopin. That's it. And then because she was like losing her mental because it was such a severe decrease, in her intake, that her benzo levels were all fucked up and she was losing her mind. They thought that she was like high off of fucking half a milligram of whatever.
How long ago?
This was like 2.5 years ago, but so she fucking walked through the mental with me because I held her hand through that shit. I mean, she couldn't even negotiate the bus, man. Like, really.
No, you can't even.
She would cry. Yeah.
I didn't even know how to dial the phone.
Dude.
In jail. I was like, asking for help. Like,
I believe you.
Yeah.
Yeah, real shit. Like, you can't. Cognitive shit is out the fucking window.
Yeah.
And you're fucked up with the anxiety because you can't perform something simple. And you know it, and you don't know why.
I know when I was on dope and on methadone and just when I was doing my thing, I mean, of course, I don't know, sex was like maybe, once a week.
It fades out, man, because of the drugs, man. Opiates will sap your fucking shit, man. Yeah. Even on methadone, like your testosterone levels go down, but mine aren't at all, really. But even for an old man. I mean, I've got serial killer levels of testosterone, but I've seen it sap the shit out of people where they don't even have a desire to fuck nothing. Yeah, dick limp.
Must have.
No fucking erection. Sad. Sad state.
So basically, you feel like you're in a good spot. Like,
I mean, I'm still homeless, man, and shit. You know, I do have a working tattoo machine, you know, even though somebody was supposed to donate one person. And, but yeah, it's cool. I got off my own ass, and I'm trying to get another one this weekend, too. I have about $30 saved up towards that. Stop it, cat. But,
you're making progress.
yeah, I am making some progress though since the last time we interviewed. I was real depressed and shit, and was into doing more fentanyl to phase out and not give a fuck about anything. But I'm not there anymore. I'm more geared towards trying to figure life out and do that without fentanyl and shit. Then you know,
I feel like you're making progress, like actual progress as far as moving forward and reaching your goals, and making progress mentally.
Yeah,
like,
I feel that way. Thank you.
Yeah.
Donate more tattoo equipment, people. I'm doing better.
Yeah, put it in the comments. Anybody who's in the Austin area that's got a tattoo machine, holla. Thanks, David. What's your plans for today, mate?
To finish cleaning out this kneecap wound, and then I need to set up this other tent and try to make some walls and shit on this structure here, because tired of the rain destroying all my shit. Like every fucking time I mean, I'm stupid for not checking the weather, but when it does rain, I'm not prepared, and all my shit gets fucked off and moldy and it's fucked. I have to collect clothes again and all kind of shit, man. But
fuck yeah,
fuck that,
badass, and we will be fucking making another interview in the next few months, I bet.
Right on.
Right on, dog.
Thank you.